All right, so for our second assessment, we're going to look at the kneecap wiggle. Okay, so the kneecap wiggle is kind of gross to some people, but what I tell them is be an adult. This is your own knee. Nobody else is going to touch it but you. What we're going to do here is kind of figure out how our kneecap moves. So you can see my kneecap. And here, we want to do it with the leg straight, so there's no tension. Like if my knee is bent, then it's going to be harder for me to do that. But my leg's straight, my muscles are not really imposing any active tension on my leg. And you can see here, what I'm doing is I can wiggle it side to side, okay? So that's accounting for the tissues on each side. So my adductor, if I can't push it out this way, it's kind of stuck over here. That means I have kind of a tight adductor. And if I tighten my inner thigh here, you can see that it's much harder for me to do that. Whereas if I can't push it in, my vastus lateralis, my lateral quad here, it's the same idea, very tight. Then we're going to look up and down, okay? And so you can kind of see, I can push it down, okay? It'll go down, and that means that, again, that's quad here, right? If I tighten my quad, that doesn't move at all. Whereas if I can't push it up, then we would want to look kind of down here at the shin. Okay, and really the relevance here is what muscles around my knee are not doing their job, okay, and what muscles are too tight. Okay, this tells me what muscles are too tight. So in this position, I know that, for example, if I can't push my knee out to the outside, I would want to like foam roll and start to release my quad or my adductor here, my inner thigh. Whereas if I can't push it down, I know that a tight quad is probably going to be the issue, okay? And then typically what we'll find is that if I have a muscle that's weak in a certain, or that's tight in a certain place, the opposite muscle will oftentimes not be doing its job. So in the case of tight quads, we will want to address the hamstrings, the back of the leg, okay? So whereas if I have tight adductors, the outside, or this, I might want to strengthen the outside of my hip, which is my hip abductors, my gluteus medius, that kind of thing. So, and if none of that makes sense to you, whatever you can't push out or whatever you can't push up or down, just roll that area and release that area, stretch that area, and you'll start to get some relief from the forces that are kind of acting on your patella and kind of anchoring it down and putting shear force or pressure on it.